Hello and welcome. We got a really exciting day today. Full Spectrum X has expanded. We've added Rungren to the roster.
Right on.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we've got some cool stuff to talk about today, I hope.
Right? Yeah.
I have somehow been able to avoid spoilers on this, and I've been chomping at the bit to watch this.
Yeah.
I love Dragons Dogma. I've played probably 200, 300 hours of the original game, and Dark Arisen came out. It's such a weird, bizarre game that I don't want to tell you anything about yet because you never played it.
No, never played it.
Never seen a playthrough.
No.
This is all new to you.
Yeah, yeah. I got the video. I have now seen that there is a large dragon apparently asking a guy to move to the right.
Right.
Can you scoot over here, please?
Also, we're doing this and we don't even know for sure yet that there's going to be a new announcement. I'm hoping we get Dragons Dogma 2 today, but for all we know, this is just like, hey, here's art book.
Yeah, right. Update graphics, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So, let's give this a go. What do you think?
All right, here. We'll do it. I'm ready. What's going on here?
10 years of Dragons Dogma.
皆さんこんにちは。この動画をご覧いただきありがとうございます。
Okay, so they got
ド
Itsuno
ラゴンズド
himself
グマディ
here.
レクターの市野秀明です。先日、ドラゴンズドグマは10周年を迎えることができました。
Right.
これも皆様の応援のおかげです。本当に
And
あり
then
が
you
とうご
chose
ざい
to
ます。
hold off on the
今日はです
announcement
ね、ドラゴ
or
ンズド
whatever
グ
you
マ
have
が
here for
ど
a
んな
couple
風
days
に生
after,
まれ
which
た
is
かって
interesting
い
to
うの
me.
を皆さんと一緒に振り返っていきたいと思います。それではこちらの映像をどうぞ。
So yeah, this is what Dragons Dogma 1 is.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw one of those things that shall not be named because of Wizard of the Coast, but whatever.
Right, yeah. And we had, there was an anime that came out that was pretty
最初
good.
やっぱりゲームブックですね。日本に入ってきた一番最初のゲームブックをもう予約して買って、
Tabletop
それ家
RPGs
で
are pretty
夢
great.
中になってサイコロ振りながらですね、インチキ専用に進んでいってサイコロ振ってあーってやり直してっていうのをやってたのが一番最初。まあハイファンタジーとか RPG に触れたのは一番最初そこでしたね。
I think it was for a lot of
まあだから
people.
ゲームはアー
Yeah.
ケード
A
を
lot of people.
今週も
It was
限
their
らずめ
intro-
ちゃめちゃ好き
introduction.
でずっとやってたんですけど。
This is an interesting way to start this because most companies just immediately go out of the gate swinging with a big announcement. But I dig this. This is my kind of jam right here. Tell me about the directors. Let me know about the devs.
アクションゲーム派から入ってるってとこもあってですね、ここの戦闘部分がアクションならへんかなっていうのはずっと思ってて、特にスト2が出た後とかだと、
Yeah.
戦闘部分がスト2みたいな自由度の高いアクション
Yeah.
で、まあストーリー性と成長要素があ
That,
る
that
RPG 欲しいな欲しいな
earns
っていう
its
の
place in
は
the
ずっと
Gaming Hall of Fame.
Right.
当初アーケードと呼ばれる、
Oh, that's a fun video we had to do at some
ゲー
point
ムを
too.
作る部署に入って、まあ、クイズゲーム作ったり、まあ、ストリートファイターゼロ作ったりしてたんですけども、
Yeah,
まあ
that
こ
was
の後です
awesome.
ね、家庭用ゲーム機の
There's-
性能が上がっていってアーケ
Seeing
ード
stuff
と、
like
変わらない、能力にな
I
って
don't
きた
know.
時
It's
に
interesting to me to see
うち
what
の
his
部署も両
inspirations
方
are
アー
here.
ケ
You
ード
know.
コンシューマー両方作るように
The interesting thing is he's talking about what
して
a time that I went through where the arcade games were so much better than the home games.
Yeah.
まあジャスティス
And then you start getting into the 90s and the consoles start catching up.
Yeah, absolutely.
まあほぼ同時開発
Oh
み
man,
た
I
いな
love rival schools.
体制になっていきました。大きくコンシューマー側にシフトしていった時期になるんですね、2000年の初め頃っていうのは。でその時にまあ僕らの言ってたもともと
Honestly, if we don't get anything announced and this just goes through for 10 minutes, I'm fine with it.
ということで、
Yeah, good.
たくさんね大きなタイトルが立ち上がった時期がありました。そのうちの一つがかねてからね当時の僕のボスと一緒にこういうの作りたいねって言ってたもともとアーケード版のダンジョン&ドラゴンズを、まあ、うちの部署で作ってたのがありまして
It's actually pretty good if it's the one I'm thinking of.
今の技術で
I think so. Chronicles of Mystara, right?
Yeah.
まあ皆さんに遊んでもらいたいなというところでいくつかゲームの案が上がってまして、まあ、そのうちの一つ
I
が
played a lot of
まあ
that
今の
back in the
モンスター
day.
ハンター
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
でもう一つが一人用プレイに特化したゲームとして僕が担当して立ち上げようとした RPG っていうのが、まあ、1個ありました。これはコンセプトとしては
Yeah,
一人用の
Dragons
RPG なんだ
Dogma.
けどもオンラインでみんなで一緒に、戦ってるような
Yeah.
RPG にしたい
See,
な。
I cannot even
当
begin
然
to tell you how
うちの
cool
ね
the
アクション
online
大好きな
integration
部
is with
署がやって
Dragons
るんで
Dogma, and
ア
I
クショ
hope
ン
they get
RPG
into it
というと
here.
ころで、計画していたプロジェクトになります。オンラインじゃないんだけどもみんなで遊べるっていうのが自分の作ったキャラクターを友達と貸し借りしながらパーティープレイのようなアクションゲームを作れないかなっていうのをベースに考えてました。まあそれが
You can recruit pawns from other players,
元一番最初の原型
and they know what those other players' pawns know.
ましてまあデビルメイクライ2担当する
Game pre-Fable 2?
I don't think so. Let me double check, but I think it was.
Devil May Cry 2. Oh, God.
Yeah.
ゼロから作りたいなってところで
There's some
That's the
great
worst
Devil May
DMC.
Cry. There's some great Devil May Cry, and there's some terrible Devil May Cry.
Yeah, DMC2 is the worst DMC, easy in my opinion.
もともとデビルに関わる前に作ってたアクション RPG
DMC3
作りたいんだけど
however.
という話に、まあ、深夜のファミレスでしてほらそれやりますか
See,
という
Dragons
話で
Dogma
プロデューサーと盛り上がっ
was
て、まあ、会社の方に掛け合うと
2012. Fable 2 was 2008, so it was after Fable 2.
アクション RPG っていう
See, I mean, it's not the same thing,
中で
Right.
It's not the same thing.
最初に
but the concept of having other players in an RPG, ways of doing it.
Yeah.
なんか掴んで登れる
This
と
game's
か
so
せんと
weird. You can climb on the
違う絵にならへんで
monsters,
言うて言われて
and you have an endurance bar that feels like it's from Shadow of the Colossus, right? But plays differently in the way it uses it.
で大概大きいキャラ出て
He's
く
talking
る
about-
のに
Yeah.
足元でね切ってるような絵になるからそれなら、まあ、やっぱりもうちょっと絵代わりしないと
Dragons Dogma is such a
作る意
cool,
味がない
unique
かな
game.
と思ったね
The Steam release, by the way, for anybody watching this that's like, man, I should go back and play that game. Steam release is impeccable. That is a great version of that game.
も
Okay.
う難しいことだって分かってるからまあ今見てもドラゴンズドグマぐらいあんなしっかりと敵に登ってガシガシやって自由にできるようになって出てへんのでも分かるように
Jumping mount. That's where mounting comes from Monster Hunter, I believe. It's from
そ
Dragons
んなん
Dogma.
て難しいの分かってる
だってね今までずっとアクションやってきたでしょ、ね、だから普通に作ったらね従来デビルとかね格闘ゲームで培った、まあ、
I like this because I'm starting to, the only thing about it is starting to see the philosophy behind it.
Yeah.
ただこう魔法がバンバン出てくる
It's not just, hey, here's the game. It's why
Yeah.
did we make these choices?
Yeah.
魔法どうすんねんとにかく魔法
Magic's really interesting, too. It's one of the first games I can remember where if an enemy's wet, they takes extra electric
なん
damage
とか
in like an action RPG.
とかなるとかすげ
Yeah,
え
you know,
魔法であればあるほど
Zelda before that,
難しい呪文喋らななんとかっていうのって
I would
全然
think,
それが
right?
アクションゲームの
It-
アクションと一緒やから
Majora's Mask, yeah.
見ていけるんちゃう
Majora's Mask, yes.
っていうところでまあ始めたまあそれが見
My
た目
brain
で
was pulled between that and Ocarina of Time. I was like,
That's
one
fair.
of them, can't remember.
というふうには思ってますね。
ドラゴンズドグマの舞台としてはロケハンで訪れたイングランドをイメージして、
Okay.
あとは
Okay,
こ
okay.
のデザインは
By the Welsh countryside?
ですけど、そこの古城
Yep.
や海岸線のイメ
That
ー
makes
ジを
sense.
はい
I've been there when I was
参考
little.
にしていました。
とにかく雑草を見てきて
Some of these might look a little familiar to you.
雑草が違うからパッと見た目で日本とイギリスの違いって雑草とか
I've never thought of it that way, but yeah, I guess you could, right?
アップダウンの続く丘陵地がめちゃくちゃ多くて、
It's like when we cross over into Louisiana and immediately go, oh, the trees are wrong.
遠くの
Right.
Well, they're not
Yeah,
wrong. It's just
Right, the trees are different. It's
Yeah.
a different,
やっぱ
it's
り
a
ああいう地
different
形は本当に
terrain.
ゲームの舞台として
different
マッチ
ecosystem.
してたと思います。
オフラインやけど一人用やけどつながってるやつ作りたいとっていう話で、まあまあ説明
imagine trying to pitch that too.
どんな風に
Like,
Yeah.
思ってました
let me make this offline online game.
各社様こっちですって前で分かれ道で言ってくれって
前に行くってなったらねこう
Well, thinking about the time
とか
when this came
っ
out,
ぽくなるってい
I
う
think
のは
that's a really cool idea for the balance that was
賢
needed.
くするのはまあ頑張ったらできんねやけども賢いからオン
Yeah, you need the pawns to kind of be idiots, so it's like playing around with regular people online.
まあいかにその
Because people don't always make the right choices. One of the coolest interactions. The pawns can get greedy for treasure,
Yeah.
and so they just start running past enemies to grab treasure chests. And it's like, yeah, this is great. This is what real people do all the
いかにや
time.
り込み度合いを他の人に見せるかっていうのを
The
その辺がねメインテーマ言い当たりしたんでね俺のポーンすごいまあまあ可愛いでしょ賢いでしょ変わってるでしょっていうのをね
Yeah, it's a really cool
しっ
system.
かりの中でやるっていう
子供の頃からやってきた
I remember I was working at Best Buy when this game came out, and a bunch of us up there were like, "Okay, what's your PSN name so we can trade
ど真ん
pawns?"
中な感じのファンタジーなんかなっていう意識ではやってるけどね。魔界村のね、いくら
Yeah.
っぽいサイクロプス
That game's
本当
so
にそう思
hard.
ったこと
Yes, it is.
まあでもそれじゃないなってなってね、いつのが言ってたよね。
でサイクロプスっていうのは昔象の骨を見た
Oh, the Cyclops fight in Dogma is so good
とこ
too.
が穴を目じゃないかと象の目小さいにねここちょっとあるだけなんで
Yeah.
こういう一つ目の大きい巨人がいるんじゃないかっていうところから生まれた伝説なんじゃないかなって話があってこの話がすごい好きだったんで、まあ、その話をベースにちょっと
They really did their research for making this game. This has given me a whole new appreciation for Dragons Dogma.
モチーフで持ってこれたりサイとかね象から持ってこれたりしてすごくまあ面白い指針になったとは
Because not only would that, I mean, that would feel foreign in the countryside.
Right.
From the landscape they picked to those creatures,
Yeah.
they automatically feel foreign there.
決まった
That's
感
right.
じがあるよね。その方向性的にはね。
キメラもそのモンスターが、まあ、動物が
Yeah.
他の動物の
Such
一
a
部
good,
をまま食ってるとか
such a good
って
design.
いうのでそういうふうに見えたんじゃないかとか
It's so interesting to have the goat head on the back instead of on the shoulder where it normally is,
重なってるやつを見て
Yeah.
新しい
because you can then use that with the way the climbing system is built into the
誤解し
game.
てないかみたいな話があるんちゃうのという話もあったと思う。
その上でね、そのまあ過去のね彫像とか本当にオーソドックスでこうだって言われてるねものが残ってるから、まあまあそういうのをちょっと合わせて極力気をてらわずに
Yeah, they tried to just keep them as close to possible. That's really cool.
ねものをまあビジュアル化しようっていうことになったよね。
Absolutely.
Because it'd be really tempting to try and add your own flair, right?
改めましてドラゴンズドグマ10周年
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。ここで私たちから
Oh,
大事な
okay.
お知らせがあります。
Yes!
There you go, sir.
ドラゴンズ
Yes!
ドグマ2
That's such a great way to do it, too.
Yeah.
We've had these shirts on the whole
楽しんで
time, and you just
もらえる
didn't
ゲーム
know.
をスタッフ
Yeah,
一
that's
同
great,
頑
dude.
張って作ってい
Heck
ま
yeah.
す。ご期待ください。
Heck yeah. So we're not going to get anything other than just we're making it, but hey, I'm just glad it's being made. And it seems they're going to put the same amount of care and effort into it that they did with the first one.
This is they give you that, no, it was a perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
I got to play it. I got to play the first one now.
Yeah.
Obviously. On that, see if we can find that. Man, that was awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was very cool.
That was.
I think
Perfect.
yeah, so often we just get trailers, right? And you go, okay, well, the game dropped it. But why does it matter? And I think anybody that didn't know what Dragons Dogma is, that is seeing, I'm sure, people freaking out all over YouTube and Twitter, they now can go back and watch this and go, oh, that's why this is so special.
Right. Absolutely. And I love the whole philosophy that they have behind building the games and the ideas. It makes me I don't know, I just think it's awesome. Both you and I love history from all over the world, right?
Right.
And the myths, not only history, myths and legends,
Right.
and stories from all over the world. And I just find it's so interesting the watching these Japanese men looking through fantasy stories that they think of,
Right.
that they knew of, and putting their vision on it. Excuse me. And I just think it's still looking through the scenes that were in the game that I saw there. what it had I don't know, it kind of had like a perfect matchup between that historical look, but still there are certain scenes that like I don't want to say, or it's like a gaming view. I don't want to say it's just strictly Japanese. Well, yeah, maybe it is. It's like
Yeah.
that was done or in a Japanese style, maybe
Right.
in a way. But yeah, very impressive, man. And yeah, I got to go back and play the first one for sure.
I'm stoked. I hope that they fixed some of the very few problems that the first game did have. The first game has an issue where, and it's not an issue per se, it is world building, but there's no mounts, and the world is huge, and you get a very limited number of teleport stones.
Yeah.
So you can be walking for upwards of 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on if you're going from one corner to the other.
Okay. You could be walking for how long?
15, I think, is the longest. And I know, but the thing with this game is the pawns never shut their mouths. So a 15-minute walk is one thing in like Lotro or FF14 or Guild Wars, and it's completely another thing when every step is Arisen. Do you see that flower over there?
Okay, look. I'm just saying. There was times, and it's not as bad now. There was times in Lotro that I wish it had been a 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's been 2 hours
That's fair.
trekking across. Like, now we're making this game as no. Walk.
But no, I think the combat is near perfect. It's not perfect, but it's near perfect with the way the classes all bleed in together, and you can synergize as much as you want. The pawn system is incredible. The gear system's really cool. The combat system's really cool. That's the only real. I mean, the story's weird. I don't think it's necessarily good, but it doesn't really need to be. It's just mysterious enough to make you go, okay, well, where am I going next? And then you see a path, and you go, okay, well, I'm gonna go do that later. I'm gonna go this way. This looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Which that's a characteristic of many games I love.
Yeah.
There's some games that are at their best where you're not really doing the storyline. You're just off exploring. Man, I had one more thing I was going to say as you were talking along there, and I was like, and I forgot it by the time you got to the end of it. But I think, beautiful game.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Oh, yeah. So the Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Where they come from, I was like, okay. So they already had, for as far as the combat goes, they already had that idea of going extra.
Right.
It's big.
I don't think it's quite as smooth as DMC, but maybe this new will be. We'll see.
Yeah, but there's a lot more going on behind the scenes.
For sure.
Than it was in DMC.
For sure. You can't climb on enemies in DMC.
No. You do. You can do some acrobatic and awesome gun stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who didn't play DMC 1 that didn't spend a lot longer time in that hallway with the marionette things.
Yep.
After getting all the things that needed to be once they started jumping in the air and it's like, no. Yeah. The guns make me stay in the air.
Best game ever. Let us know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section down below. Something you might have noticed that we didn't. And, of course, we'll talk about this a little bit more Tuesday once we've hopefully had some more information come out about it. Hopefully we get a release date. I doubt it, but, we'll see.
Yeah, but mostly said they were working on it.
Right.
So
it's in production.
Yes.
But until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungren.
And we've been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Dragons Dogma has to offer.